Hello everybody! Today we are going to talk about renewable energy and its types. So renewable energy, what is renewable energy itself? So renewable energy, often referred to as clean energy, comes from natural sources or processes that are constantly replenished. For example, sunlight and wind keep shining and blowing, even if their availability depends on time and weather. Types of renewable energy sources. The first type of renewable source is solar power or solar energy. So humans have been harnessing solar energy for thousands of years to grow crops, to warm water, and to dry food. Today, we use the sun's rays in many different ways: to heat homes and businesses, to warm water, and to power devices. Distributed solar systems generate electricity locally for homes and businesses, either through rooftop panels or community projects that power entire neighborhoods. Solar farms can generate enough power for thousands of homes. Solar energy systems do not produce air pollutants or greenhouse gases. Wind energy. So we have come a long way from old-fashioned windmills. Today, turbines as high as skyscrapers, with turbines nearly as wide in diameter, stand out at attention around the world. Wind energy turns the turbine's blades, which feeds an electricity generator and produces electricity. Let's do some tasks. So they're given some words, and your task is to match the words with their definitions. Let's do one of them. So there is the word to generate or generate itself. So generate means to produce, to create, to emit. So the generate goes for produce or create. So others, you can do yourself or discuss with your friends and build up your knowledge. The next task is about the matching. This is also and matching the words to make fixed phrases. So let's do two of them. So the first word here is renewable. So as we talked about the topic itself, so renewable energy, that's the fixed phrase. Or the next one can be greenhouse. So we talked about greenhouse gases. So greenhouse goes for gases. So, and these are the phrases or like fixed phrases. And you can do others yourself and learn more about phrases. Next is answering the questions. All the questions are about the topic that we have talked now, about renewable energy. So the first question is about what is renewable energy. So you can answer the questions yourself or like discuss with your friends and revise the topic itself by answering the questions. So next one is lexical units of the case. So they're given some words taken from the case study. So let's firstly discuss and give some definitions for these words. The first word is reservations. Reservations is the place where something is saved or kept. So lacking excess. Excess means you have the opportunity to enter there or you have the opportunity to get in. So lacking means there is no excess, there is no availability of like entering there or getting in. The next word is educational opportunities. Educational opportunities are the opportunities that are connected with the education or higher education or like tertiary education. So electrical grid, this is the equipment that produce or create electricity. So economically disadvantaged regions. So these are the regions with less money, with or no money, and they are suffering lots of financial problems. Or we can just easily say this: poor countries or poor parts of the world. And insufficient connectivity. So insufficient means not enough. There is not sufficient something. So connectivity, there is no connection. So there is lacking connection. So next word is exacerbate. Exacerbate means to increase or like to make something worse, to make something worse in some way. So lacking access. Lacking access, we have talked it, there is two the same words. So power outage. Power outage, this is the lacking electricity. There is no electricity, so that's the power outage. Renewable energy source, we have talked it. This is the energy source that comes from the different natural resources. Energy alternative. So alternative means it can be replaced with something. So energy alternative, you can use here, for example, solar power, and as an energy alternative, you can use the wind power. So tribal leaders, that's the tribes where some community or like society live together with other people in like prehistoric times maybe. So tribal leaders, leader is the person who leads them, who is the boss of that tribe or group of people. So let's talk about the case itself. So your task is to read the case and give some possible solutions to the problem. So let's read the case itself firstly. So Native American reservations are among the most economically disadvantaged regions in the United States. Lacking access to economic and educational opportunities that are exacerbated by energy insecurity due to insufficient connectivity to the electrical grid and power outages. Local renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, and biomass offer energy alternatives, but their implementation encounters barriers such as lack of financing, infrastructure, and expertise, as well as divergent attitudes among tribal leaders. Your task is to find some solutions to these problems, like there are problems of lack of financing, infrastructure problems, or expertise, lack of experts, or like different or very like contrast ideas and attitudes among tribal leaders. So suggest some ways of tackling the challenges of lack of financing, infrastructure, and expertise. So there are questions on the case study. So firstly, you have to discuss the questions with your friends to come up with the like optimal solution to the problem. So what's the problem itself? So you have to identify the problem and the root causes of the problem, then discuss it to find the solutions. What does energy insecurity mean? So firstly, you have to identify the phrase energy insecurity. So what is it? And what are the other energy alternatives for Native Americans? We have talked about renewable energy alternative. Maybe there are other non-renewable energy alternatives also may be available. So you have to discuss it and come up with some ideas about it. And what kind of barriers are there for Native American reservations? So we have got the problem, we have got the energy alternatives, other like considering other energy alternatives, and we have to come up with some barriers for Native American reservations to like not to suffer from energy insecurity. So we hope the case study will be very helpful for you and to build up your knowledge on energy industry and about renewable energy sources. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.